What am I holding? This is bread dough, and we're not making bread today, but I want to show you a very old tradition, a very old food here in Newfoundland that we call toutons. Now, toutons is very similar to Bannock. Bannock is a Native American bread that doesn't use yeast, and it is wonderful for when you're having a fire outdoors, or if you're hunting or fishing and having a little cook up and using Bannock. Bannock is without yeast. It's bread dough without yeast, and a lot of times we would roll it up into a long rope-like structure and wrap it around a stick and roast it over the fire. And Bannock is absolutely delicious. This is bread dough, rising bread dough with yeast, and we're going to fry it up. Old Newfoundland tradition, goes back to early settlements here on the island, and it's very common to have for breakfast with your bacon, eggs, and beans, and also you use molasses. Very common to use molasses with our toutons. But first, I gotta light the fire, and then we gotta get that fire roaring for just a little while to get that stove really hot, because we're cooking over the wood stove in our cast iron. And one thing you must always do, make sure you sweep up, because Mother will be out inspecting tomorrow, and she's going to wonder where all the mess came from. So we got to make sure that the garage is kept clean so that we can keep Mother in our videos. Traditional toutons, it goes back centuries. When settlers first moved to Newfoundland here on the island, it's one of our traditional foods. But the sad thing about traditions, some traditions you can't recreate. Toutons, yeah, we can recreate toutons. We can create our famous baked beans right from scratch. A lot of our foods are fisherman's brews. We have so much delicious traditional foods that's part of our culture, our heritage. It defines who we are. But there are traditions that we can't recreate. And when we're younger, a lot of these traditions were part of life. It was everyday life. And at Christmas, we had our Christmas concert at the town hall, where people would act out skits and Christmas carols would be sung. Santa Claus would come in at the end, and there would be gifts under the tree for the kids, and they would call out their name. They go up and Santa would give them their gift. It's these traditions that we can't create, and it's these traditions that we definitely miss when we get older. Foods, yeah, we can recreate, but growing up traditions is something that we take for granted when we're younger. I know a lot of people use this, especially in the woods when you're having a fire. Dump this in a pot and you add other ingredients. I'm definitely going to try that this winter. I love the beans. Don't get me wrong. I love the beans. But if you want the traditional baked beans, the true experience, check out my video at the end. Also, the baked beans that we make in the video is great frozen. Do it out in portions, freeze it. Then when you go out in the woods, when you go have your fire, take your frozen baked beans with you, and they'll be followed out perfectly to throw in the pot. Absolutely delicious. And they're perfectly frozen and thawed. Perfect. So we're going to take our dough, break off a little ball, and we're just going to roll it out. Just roll it out, fold it in. And you don't want it too thick, because you're going to fry this. You can deep fry it as well. About like that. We're going to put it in the hot oil. There we go. I was a little worried, was the oil hot enough? But it is. And using the wood stove, we love cooking with the wood stove. If you watch any of my videos, we love the wood stove. There we go. Roll out some more. It's a good size. I actually bought this dough instead of making my own. You know, it's easier, simpler. There we go. You're gonna have different sizes. I mean, they don't all have to be the same. So we're going to get our bacon on the go. We got 3 strips. And I better get this or Mother is going to be furious. Nah, she won't be that mad. She won't be mad at all. Oh, that is looking great. Look at the brown on that. That is looking perfectly delicious. I gotta wipe the stove. Mother's gonna say you didn't wipe off the grease. Now you've seen our chickens. This is a fresh egg right from our chickens today, actually. So we're gonna cook up this egg. Fresh eggs, nothing better. There we go. Ooh, look at the brown on that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, the Toutons looks great. Look at these Toutons. Look at the color. Look. Beautiful. So we're just going to put it to one side, just to keep it warm. The live one. Get that grease off. Get the grease off. Get the grease off. Hurry, 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 hurry. Grease off. There we go. Mother's gonna be, I just cleaned that stove. It's like, yep. Might have to clean it again. Looking fantastic. So, let's move that egg. Let's get our beans in. Get our bacon. You see these Toutons? You see these beautiful fried Toutons? Going to be magnificent. Look at that. You hear that? Put it by the mic. Nice crust on that. Oh my goodness, you got the stove? Oh, it's in some state with all that oil splatter. I only resurfaced the stove a few days ago. Look at the mess. Look at all the splatter. What in the world are you doing? No. I don't enjoy dressing up like this. It's just for the video. It's just for the video. Awkward. Ugh. I think we should forget this ever happened. This has yeast, so it will rise somewhat. It won't rise a lot. It's not the same as your bread in the oven, because your bread in the oven, it's slowly rising while it's cooking. This cooks pretty fast in the frying pan over the stove, but it's delicious. Newfoundland tradition, molasses. Whew, love molasses. On your toutons, it's a must. If you're in Newfoundland, molasses and toutons go together. Wow. Well, this was incredible. Absolutely beautiful. Toutons, beans, eggs, bacon. Absolutely delicious. Our mustard relish turned out beautifully. I want you to check out that video. Also check out our baked bean video right over here. It's a traditional recipe. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Because like I said, you can freeze it. Take a day, make the baked beans, soak the beans overnight, and then freeze your beans in portions, and you got it for whenever you want it. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave some comments. Let me know what you thought of our beautiful toutons. And if you're going to try the recipe, beautifully out over the fire. If you're going to have a fire in the woods, make some beautiful toutons. And we'll see you in our next video.